Alright guys, it's Kieran from Red Devil Weekly, back again with another live review. And Man United, what a load of tripe. What an absolute load of tripe that was. Didn't look like winning it from the moment we let that kickoff went. You know, it didn't look like winning it at all. Had no urgency. If you don't know, Man United have lost their final group game 2-1 against Valencia. Now, I probably wouldn't have been as annoyed if Juventus didn't bottle it against Young Boys and hand us a chance to win the group on a silver platter. But they did, and we couldn't take the opportunity. Now, even in the preview, we knew it was going to be a difficult game. You know, Dazza was on. He was saying it's going to be a difficult game, and it planned out like that. But we would never envisage playing that poorly. That is one of our worst performances of the season. I've got to say, that is probably one of the worst performances of the season. Especially in that first half. Nothing. Not a shot on target. We looked much better when Rashford came on. When we actually needed to go for it, we looked alright. But when we were sitting back, absorbing the pressure, letting them take us up the arse, you know, that's when we looked shit. And this is the problem with Man United. It just shows the problem. We looked shocking when we just sit off and don't have any urgency. Where was the urgency in that first half? Surely, at least some of those players wanted to go out and win that game. In that first half, it looked like none of those players wanted to win that game. Honestly, it was absolutely appalling. It really was. And of course, you guys can leave your thoughts in the live chat. On what you thought of the game. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think and what this will mean as well for some players. Paul Pogba's performance. I thought actually Paul Pogba wasn't too bad overall tonight. I thought actually, you know, in the second half when we started to go for it, he did look pretty decent. And I think actually, you know, there was a few moments where he gave the ball away and he could have been a lot better. That miss, he was so lucky it was offside. He was so lucky that it was offside, because if he had missed that, you know, I mean, he did miss it, but if it wasn't offside, honestly, he would have been absolutely lampooned. But it doesn't fill me with any sort of confidence going into that Liverpool game. Honestly, doesn't. And, you know, I feel like we could get absolutely slaughtered. You know, the way we play today, if we play anything like that against Liverpool, we will get torn to shreds. It'll be like lambs to the slaughter, fresh meat to the tigers. It'll be like that. Welcome Jack, Dazza and Man United fans. Dan, thanks for joining. Please leave a like if you aren't already as well. Really would appreciate it. Jack says pathetic, couldn't agree more. Dazza says cat game, it doesn't really matter at all. I mean, that's the thing. Obviously, you know, we are through, but that just means we're gonna have to play a really tough side in the next round. Because you bet your bottom dollar we're not gonna get Porto. We're probably gonna get, you know, we're probably going to get, you know, PSG or someone like that. So it's going to be very tricky for us to get through that. If we do get through that, I mean, it'll be an achievement in itself. But just really poor. Really, really poor. Man fans, I said Mourinho out. Yeah, I mean, I know you've been Mourinho out for a while. And I think this probably just cements that. Jack says Andreas and Fred was shocking. I mean, I do think, to be honest with you, you know, Andreas and Fred, I did think they were definitely not up to standard. Definitely, I thought Andreas didn't play too well. I mean, he had that one shot goal, which was pretty much the only thing that he did in the game. Fred as well, just constantly losing the ball, and I know he's new to the team, and I do have some sympathy for the fact because he's not really, you know, consistently playing, you know, consistently enough to really hone his skills and be better. But you know, I do feel for him in that sense, but I just think, you know, you can't give the ball away that many times, and if you do give the ball away, Mourinho's going to take you out. He's going to take you out of the team, and that's that. Oh yeah, oh my God, Calamity Jones, man, Calamity Phil Jones scoring an own goal. It was equivalent to, you know, look up the Blackburn one where I think it was Rio Ferdinand and Edwin van der Sar. You know, it's pretty much identical to that. Phil Jones, what are you doing, man? How has he still got a professional contract with this club? How? I don't understand it. I understand we've got a few injuries and so he has to be thrown in there. But also, why not play Rojo as centre-back? Because he's not a left-back. Rojo is not a left-back. He is shoddy at left-back. Shoddy. Easy. I mean, people were breezing past him. Absolutely breezing past him. Oh my god, I don't. Where are we going from here? Where are we going from here, lads? It's the worst sort of performance to put in before a huge game, and Liverpool are going to be licking their lips. As I said, lambs to the slaughter. Welcome, Patrick. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. He says, hi, mate. Yeah, I think there's no point showing up for the last 15 if we play like that. Exactly. If we play like that, yeah, I mean, you can kiss Champions League goodbye. We may as well go out now. We don't deserve it. Don't deserve it at all. Welcome, Tanison Losborn. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. He says, Juve lost too. Exactly. Juventus lost as well. They handed us the chance to win, to get top of the group and not have to face such ball-achingly hard opponents. They handed it on a bloody silver platter and we threw it back in their face. We couldn't take the opportunity. And how many times this season has that been the case? Ridiculous. Patrick said Fred is even worse than Jemba. I mean, I think we have to give Fred time, but yeah, today was definitely not one of his best performances, I've got to say. Jack says we can't play out. Exactly. I mean, I would not have faith in too many of the teams there. I would not have faith. If we play like this, we're in trouble. Welcome, Rashford, as well. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Dazza says, I'd take Ajax even though they drew 3-3 with Bayern. I mean, that's a decent result for them, to be fair. But yeah. Welcome, Red Vegan. Welcome to stream, mate. Thanks for joining. He says, Jones shouldn't even be at Man United. He's shit. Lost us the FA Cup final last season. And he's done it again. How many times is that? Yeah. He's a calamity. He is Calamity Jones. He's an accident waiting to happen. And I don't understand, as I said, how has he still got a professional contract with Manchester United? It's beyond me. By the way, Daryl, I won't be taking calls for this stream. It's not going to be, too long a stream, so I feel like there's no point taking calls. The Price HD, welcome to stream, mate. Long time no see. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. He says, hey, man, my brother went to Spain just to watch the game. Called me after and said it. Wish he never did. Yeah, I mean, exactly. What was it? It was like €85 or something to watch that. Ridiculous. I mean, it's an embarrassment not to show up. We had no urgency to win that game. No urgency. At least we've got to go out there and show some urgency, show some passion, show some fight to win that game. For the travelling fans that went, yeah, there wasn't really too much on the line. But you have to go out there and play for the shirt. And the players didn't do that today. They didn't do that. Jack says, no surprise we look better when Lingard and Rashford came on. They give their all for the club. Yeah, fair play. As I say, Marcus Rashford is probably the only Man United player who comes out of that with any sort of dignity. Got the goal, really well taken header. And hopefully, his form will continue going into that Liverpool game. Because we'll definitely need him. We'll need him to step up against Liverpool. Which is I mean, it just shows, doesn't it? That is our season. We're putting all our hopes on a 20-year-old to step up. A 20-year-old. Can you believe that? God. Rashford says, can we please get 11 and Messi on the starting 11? Easy, just let Foco be in for the machine. Yeah. If only, mate. If only it was that easy. If only. Patrick says, Lloyd picked, oh yeah, picked a great game to watch. That is so unfortunate going out to Valencia to see that tripe. Absolute shite. Welcome, Angelino Red. Thanks for joining us always, pal. Really appreciate it. He says, I'm sure they knew Juventus would draw at training at half-time, right? Yeah. It didn't look like they did. It didn't look like they did until like the kind of 85th minute. And in the 85th minute, until the end of the game, we were all over Valencia. Mata had a huge chance to score. Rashford scored. If Mata puts that away, we have a slither of hope to win that game. But of course, Mata scuffs it. And it's just those sort of things. It's just a lack of confidence, a lack of quality in the team right now, and it does not bode well for Sunday. The Price is, I felt so bad for Fred and Pogba, so isolated with no help in the defence and attack apart from Rashford. Yeah, I mean, that is the thing. In midfield, there was no fast runners. When Lukaku and Mata are on the pitch, no one was making good runs in behind. As soon as Rashford comes on, he makes those curving runs in behind and causes trouble for the defenders. But Lukaku doesn't do that. And when we looked dangerous was when Rashford was making those runs and we were actually trying to pick him out. But that didn't happen tonight, and we just looked shocking. We didn't look like winning that game at all. Never in that game do we look like winning it. It's shocking. Jack says on the positive note, Young the GOAT with another assist. Yeah, fair play to him. He came on, and I thought Young actually did alright. I thought he didn't do too badly, so fair play to him. Welcome to the Football Crew Show, and Yash, thanks for joining. He says, I'm glad I didn't watch tonight's match. I might even watch the Liverpool match on the weekend. I hope we get Bayern or Barcelona in the knockout round. Yeah, I mean, we have to, we only deserve that. That we only deserve a big team. We only deserve to test ourselves. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I think the Football Crew show, I think, yeah, definitely, mate. I think you dodged a bullet. You definitely dodged a bullet. What a bad game. Felt so bad, says Yash. I couldn't agree more, mate. Jack says Lukaku's a rich man's and Ichibi when he plays like that. Exactly. There was nothing from Lukaku today. You know, not even any sort of clever hold-up play. I don't know what to do with Lukaku, honestly. You know, I don't know. Does he need Rashford with him, or you know, does he have to play with Rashford? I do think Lukaku needs to have someone like a Marcus Rashford running off him, because without any, if he's the fastest one up front, then God help us. God help us. The Price AC says, my brother called me after Jones' own goal and said he wanted to leave. What a birthday gift. Yeah, I know. Phil Jones again, man. I do not know how he plays for this club. How have we let that happen? Is my only question. How have we let Phil Jones play for this club? Is beyond me. But guys, by the way, please do leave a like if you aren't already as well, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Trying to hit that 500 subscriber mark. So any of you guys who are watching and haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel for more content and stuff like that. Hopefully, you know, I will be doing my preview in that, and hopefully we can get back to more positivity, because this is, I hate this, man. Yeah, says Jones should retire. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how he still gets a game. Yes, you know, as I said, there were injuries in the team, but surely we've got better options than him. Surely. Football Crucial says Blackburn should buy back Phil Jones in January. Yeah, probably would sit on the bench for them, to be honest, the way he's playing. Yeah, it's poor. Really poor. And I'm not sure I can really see it getting better. I'm not sure how I can see this situation getting better. Patrick says, again, we're the most frightened bunch of players on the pitch in Europe. And I think potentially that could be a Jose Mourinho thing. You know, that could be Jose Mourinho just, you know, really kind of putting the fear into the players. You know, the players are seeing that, you know, if you make a mistake, you get taken out of the team. And how is that putting any confidence in the players whatsoever? It's not, is it? Not putting any confidence. And I don't know. I despair sometimes. I really do. Jack says, nice to see everyone get hype about Greenwood being on the bench for no reason. May as well not have brought him. Exactly. He just made up the numbers. And I thought, you know what? Mason Greenwood would not have done any worse than any of those players on that pitch. I don't understand why we just didn't give him a chance. It's almost like Mourinho just doesn't want to take the risk. Which, there is no risk. There was no risk with playing Greenwood. It's not like you're taking off a defender, you know. And you know, of what I've seen of him, he looks really bright. So we may as well have stuck him in there, give him some experience. So, I don't know. The price season as a whole wasn't good enough to easy talk about transfers. Koulibaly and James Rodriguez are linked to come to us, but with that, there's no chance. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, Mourinho's going to moan about the centre-back problem. He's going to moan about how we should have, you know, bought a centre-back in the summer. I mean, I agree we should have done, but you can't cry about spilled milk. You know, you can't cry about it. You know, you have to get on with the situation that you're in. You can't just, you know, cry about it and then throw a tantrum and, you know, purposely, you know, throw the team under the bus. You can't do that. You have to work with who you've got, and surely Jones, there's a better option than him. Welcome, Mr. Joshy. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it, mate. He says, it's been back to reality tonight for Manchester United. Absolutely dreading Sunday. My leopard print kit didn't work tonight. Well, I mean, that's unfortunate. But, yeah, I am dreading it. I am definitely dreading it, Mr. Joshy, mate. I totally agree, and I think a lot of you guys are as well. I just don't see us getting the win. I feel we are going to get absolutely slaughtered. And if Liverpool don't batter us, that'll be an embarrassment. Even if they win 1-0, that's still an embarrassment for them. Welcome, Rasmus. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining, pal. Yash says Liverpool with a win yesterday. We're very high on form and confidence, exactly. And, you know, they go into the game really high on confidence, going through to the Champions League, you know, knockout phases against the odds. And they're going to be really high for the game. You know, and I mean, I think the best we can hope for is a 0-0 draw. If Liverpool score, they're going to go on and win. So, I'm not looking forward to it. I am worried, but, oh, God. Yasser Pereira, decent game. Fred was shit. I did think Fred played really underwhelmingly, and that is also why he got taken off, just kind of 60 minutes into the game as well. 4, I think it was Rashford, and Rashford, to be fair to him, was probably one of the only players who came out of this game with any sort of dignity. Jack says, on the whole, LVG wasn't a success, but the one thing he did give was youth a chance. What if he never played Rashford? Yeah, exactly. I mean, we could be in a huge poor situation right now. But yeah, oh god. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Louis van Gaal. At least he kind of gave people a chance, and Mourinho doesn't seem to want to do that at the moment. The football crew says, should United recall the players from their loans for squad rotation? I don't think it will make too much of a difference, to be honest. But I mean, you could do. I mean, I guess what, Fotsu Mensah? I don't see it making too much of a difference. Welcome, Ethan. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Yeah, we did lose the chance to win the group, Rasmus. And again, Juventus, with their shoddy form as well, handed it on a silver platter for us to win that game and get top of the group. And we couldn't manage it. They must be absolutely laughing. Rashford says, it's disgusting that 1282, 4 miles to Valencia to go and get heartbroken, nothing from the players. I mean, exactly. To go that far for those away fans and for those players to put in such a shambles of a performance is inexcusable. It really is inexcusable. Patrick says, I'm lost. Can you tell me what the best thing about Fred is? Is he a love child of Anderson and Bebe? I mean, yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I think Fred definitely needs time, but he just keeps losing the ball. He keeps losing the ball. It's really frustrating to see. I mean, the only thing, the only saving grace with Fred is you can kind of see his mindset. He wants to go forward, but he just can't keep the ball long enough, and he has to have more quality in the pass. But I feel like he can become a decent centre midfielder. It's just, I don't know. Man United fan says, hi mate, just saying I'm doing my match reaction when you're finished. Of course, go and check out Man United Fan Stand if you haven't already, in the link in the description down below. Really, really good channel, and go and check them out after this stream is finished as well. Rasmus says, I guess I'm lucky that I'll be working when United play on Sunday. Yeah, probably one of the lucky ones, yeah. Yas says, LVG brought Martial too as well. Yeah, exactly. Martial came in and he's been one of our best players. So, fair play to him. Jack says, Fellaini at defensive midfield makes sense on no level. Exactly. I don't understand why. He's so slow in midfield. So slow. The only time we got any joy in the game was when we were using Fellaini as he should be, a bench option to lob balls to him in the last few minutes. That's what we should be doing with Fellaini, not, playing him in the midfield. We shouldn't be playing him in the midfield. I don't understand that whatsoever. Welcome, Football Fan Fever. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Go and check out Football Fan Fever. Really, really good channel. Make sure you check that out. Some great stuff on there. Angelina Red says, seriously though, why play Fellaini, Fred, Mata, Pogba and Andreas playing behind Lukaku? I mean, that's the thing. If you haven't got enough movement up front, you're not going to create anything. And, I don't know what. I mean, it just opens up a whole can of worms of what Mourinho's going to pick on Sunday. I mean, he could turn away from a lot of those players. And we could see Scott McTominay and Matic lining up. Who knows? Rashford says, are you doing Skype, King Oles? The Price AC says, dreaming for the game on Sunday. Dreading the game on Sunday, not dreaming. He says, hope we can salvage something. Hopefully the tickets are worthwhile. Exactly. Hopefully they are. And hopefully we can get a good result, because we would not hear the end of it. We would not hear the end of it if we lost to Liverpool. But I fear that's what's going to happen. Jack says, if Fred had Delo at right back, he'd look a lot better. Not an option on the right. Mata always drifts centrally, and Valencia is allergic to attack. Two left-sided with no Delo and less passing options. I think that's a great point, Jack. I think, Delo on that pitch definitely, offers a lot more going forward. Offers an outlet going forward. Valencia as well. Just really, I don't know. Valencia's just... He just can't get forward. He can't put a decent cross in. I think he's on his last legs. He's definitely on his last legs, Valencia, and it's sad to see. But yeah, Yeah, says Liverpool game should be last one for Mourinho. Enough is enough. Give it to Carrick. I'm not sure if Carrick would do a better job, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, if we do get absolutely battered by Liverpool, I think that would be the last straw for Jose Mourinho. Full fan theory says, please tell me now there's no fans backing that Portuguese Tony Pulis anymore. Yeah, look, I don't know. I don't think there's many. I don't think there's many, to be honest. I think you're right. They're definitely dropping like flies, especially after that shite. Mr. Joshy says, I feel so sorry for Mason Greenwood and another young player on the bench. This was a perfect opportunity to get him in the first team. I agree. And you know, we may as well put him in. Yay! We may as well put him in anyway. I don't know why we didn't put him in. I don't know why we didn't put him in. I just think, you know, he wouldn't have done it. Fuck me. Well, he scared me, you fucking prick. Anyway, I just think he wouldn't have done any worse than any of those players on that pitch. I don't understand it. And what was the point in taking him? You know, what was the point in taking him if we weren't going to play him? Ridiculous. Sorry about that, by the way. Razva says Jones deserves a contract release. We shouldn't wait until his contract expires. He's just dreadful in defending, and most of the times in a hospital. Exactly. Don't understand why he still has a professional contract. End of. The Price AC says I'm still sat in front of the away end, so I'll have all the Liverpool fans to my right. What do you think will happen when it comes to January? Well, Mourinho could be gone. I'm not sure we're going to spend any money in January, to be honest. I don't think we will. But there you go. Potentially looking at a centre-back coming in, Koulibaly, but I doubt we'll be able to pay, you know, the 90 million that he's going to cost. Hulfan Fever says, I can't watch Man United anymore, even though I support them. I think there are a few people who are getting like that. Patrick says, positive thing to keep in mind, you're going to watch Liverpool game, or our performance away at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, I mean, I guess so, I agree, but in some ways, I kind of think, you know, we still bottled that. We have not won a big game this season. I'm just not confident, guys. I'm not confident. Welcome, Roberto. Welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining. Interesting result, Roberto, in Juventus. I mean, you guys kind of handed it for us on a silver platter, and we still ballsed it up. We still cocked it up completely. So, you got the toppy, you got the top spot anyway, so fair play to you. Welcome, Ricky. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it, mate. He says, it wasn't 3-1 like I predicted, but it should have been. It was a shambolic performance. Totally agree. Couldn't agree more, Ricky. Spot on, mate. Jack says, is Scholes free for 6 months on a real level? He's still better than Fellaini. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Get Scholes in. Get the old guys back together. You know, get Giggs back, for God's sake. Rashford said, De Gea, Delo, Darwin, Smalling, Luke Shaw, Matis, Martial were left to Manchester, and that is underestimating. Yeah, I think some of them were due to injuries as well, but I mean, I feel like we did underestimate them a bit. Although to be fair, the game didn't have too much riding on it until Juventus were behind. So yeah, Ronaldo apparently lost the Juventus game. I'll have to watch the highlights of that. Jack says, I guess Ronaldo isn't happy. He's happy he didn't come back to us. Yeah, I think he probably will be happy, to be honest. Yash says, Martial, Rashford up top. No pace for Lukaku. Enough of his bad games. I agree with you, Yash. I think actually Martial and Rashford up top wouldn't be too bad of a combination. Jack says, we'll beat Watford and that's a big game for us now. Exactly. The way we're playing, where we are right now, you know, Watford and Everton are our big games we have to win. So... Ricky says, we have a one big game. We beat Everton and Bournemouth. Oh, right, yeah. Of course, yeah. You know, I mean, yeah, there were big games in the season. There were massive games, you know. We're 6th, guys. What's not to like? Rashford says, the report asked Jose which position will sign a player because I have one good player for you, but Jose said, no, you can't. Oh, right, well, there you go. That's great. That is great. Patrick says, why isn't your sub count going up? New viewers, subscribe. Don't mind me. I'm just a supporter. Thank you so much, Patrick. Really appreciate it. And yeah, as Patrick's saying, you know, if you are watching for the first time, please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. As I said, trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so anything you guys can do to help that will be absolutely fantastic. But thank you very much, Patrick, for, you know, supporting the channel, and everyone as well watching as well. Roberto says Juventus will have to step it up in the round 16. These things happen. Yeah, exactly. You know, as long, you know, we got through. I mean, we got through. You know, disappointing that we couldn't get top spot, but at least we are through. That's the only positive, really. But we are just going to get like Bayern Munich or Barcelona, and we're going to crash out. We're going to be absolutely humiliated. But, yeah, but, oh, God. Negative. I hate being negative. I hate coming on here and, you know, spouting negativity about Man United because it's depressing. It really is depressing. But, hey-ho, you know, that's football. It's football in the end of the day. But it was just a poor performance all round, really, from United. But anyway, I think I'm going to end it here. I think it's a natural end to the game. No, end to the game, end to the stream. Thank you so much to everyone who has been watching. Really appreciate it. If you are watching this as a video, please do leave your thoughts in the comment section down below as well. Thank you to everyone who has been watching the stream. Really appreciate all of your comments as always. And just thank you so much, guys, for the support. Really appreciate it. I will be back probably on Saturday or Friday, not sure when, doing my Liverpool preview, so you don't want to miss that. Make sure you hit the notification buttons and turn on all notifications for the channel so you don't miss that one. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we can turn this around against Liverpool, though I'm not holding my breath, to be honest. But thanks for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. See you guys in the next one.